Hey, just wanted to share some love, some information, some help. It's kind of been a crazy couple days, couple weeks. A lot going on. I'm not here to talk about economy or coronavirus or anything along those lines, but in real estate, the number one question I've been getting and really what we've been talking about is how can we effectively continue to run our business, grow our business, help our clients, buyers, sellers, renters, while working from home more, while being able to be safe, protect our families, practice social distancing for who knows how long, right? So that's a very relevant topic, and I think I have some really good content here to help you at various stages, because we've been getting a lot of calls just in the last few days with both buyers and sellers. This is from the seller standpoint. All right, I need to sell my home, but I don't want anyone to come in my home anymore. I don't know who's coming in. Have they been affected? Have they been with someone that's been affected? My so-and-so is at high risk, right? And so having someone coming in, touching my counters, sure, I can disinfect, but there's something unnerving about that for a lot of people. Some, they don't care. Vacant homes, maybe not an issue, but we are getting real conversations, real questions from our sellers of what can I do? Some of them, if they don't need to sell, they might be waiting a little bit. Some need to sell, but they're still saying, please help figure this out. And so really one of several options that we're working on is the ability to do virtual tours, virtual open houses. And I'm not talking about videos. I'm not talking about the 3D tour that we can get through Matterport. Great tools. But the problem with that is it's a perfectly staged, choreographed thing, and a buyer watching that, it's not enough for them. It gives them a good idea, but a buyer always thinks, well, what's around that corner? Why aren't they showing me that, right? So what I'm talking about, a virtual live tour, is you get on communication with them and they're saying, look left, look right, behind the door, open the door, right? So you are going to be their eyes. You're just not meeting in person, and that protects them. If that's what they're concerned about, definitely protects the sellers if that's what they're concerned about, and opens up protection for you and your family as well. So not for every case, but this is something that's, I think, very relevant right now. And there's several technologies out there that are very popular. Three of the main ones are Zoom. We have Facebook, FaceTime, Facebook Live, and we have YouTube as well. Great technology, free options in all three of them. I like Zoom by far for this. There's a level of protection and security and registration that you can require there, where Facebook Live has a pretty good audience that you'll be able to span to. But let's take the concept of an open house. Someone would be able to kind of just like drive by and peep in without really anonymously almost, with no registration really, and that's not the purpose of the open house. One, you don't know who's looking into this. There's something creepy about that, and you're not registering them, so the follow-up, the conversion for your clients, the sellers, are probably not as high in those scenarios. So Zoom, you can make a registration requirement where they give you their name and email prior to. Just like someone signing in, they could register, become your client, become your lead at the very least, and then you agree to take them through the tour. And if it's a hot property, we're still getting, 10, 20, 30, 40 people through open houses, which is crazy. So that's one of the reasons we're needing to kind of separate this so we can practice ensure social distancing. We're not having to make people wait outside in those scenarios. So decide which type: Facebook, Zoom, YouTube. There's a few others out there, definitely Skype, but Zoom definitely is my preferred. Zoom is free. If you sign up for a Zoom account, zoom.us, it's free if you keep your video chats under 40 minutes. Doing an open house in 3 hours, you can do 3 or 4 separate ones, and that could make sense. If you need to go above 40 minutes, then there's a paid account. I think, $14 a month or something like that. And then you want to confirm, is there Wi-Fi at the property, or do you have good cell reception? And actually test the video conference. You want to get 50 people lined up to take a virtual tour with you, and then you realize there's no reception at the property. So clearly, if that's an obstacle, it might not be the right fit. But most properties nowadays have that cell phone reception or have Wi-Fi available that you'd be able to tap into. If you have that confirmed, then you figure out, okay, what's the next step? So I'm going to show you, and there's probably 4 different technology components to what I'm going to cover here today. And once again, after, if you want to do something along those lines, because you can do this for showings, you can do this for an entire tour, 5-6 properties in a row, and make it a virtual tour. There's lots of possibilities that we can do to expand our business with this, but let's talk about just this open house. And first step, let's go to the Zoom meeting. So once you create your free account, schedule a Zoom meeting, and you're going to title that something along the lines of virtual open house, like that one, 123 Main Street, 124, or whatever your timing is. Add a description if you need to. You're going to pick a date. That's going to be Sunday. That's going to be 1 p.m. Duration, is it going to be 30 minutes? Is it going to be 3 hours? Putting it up there. I like to say registration required. What this does is it creates a link that if you click on the link, I'll show you what it looks like. They have to fill out their information and then email and name. Once they do that, they'll get sent an email with the link to join the actual live feed. If you don't click this, they can just click on the link, join the live feed, but once again, some sort of anonymity that they have, and you're not able to really capture their information in all cases. So all this other stuff, kind of leave that the way it is. We're going to save that. And that's it. It's going to create this link for you. Copy invitation. That link is all you need. And I'm going to show you real quick what it does. Right here. Takes them to this registration. They'll fill out their name, email information, register, and if you have more descriptions in here, they'll understand what they're registering for. But once they do that, you get their information. You get so-and-so at this address registered, so you have them as a lead at that moment, and then they get an email, and they'll get a reminder as it gets closer as well. So very, very useful tool there. At the time of the meeting, you can come back to your Zoom account, and you're gonna find it, and you're gonna go, oh, that's the one. You're gonna open it up, and it will walk you through those sessions. I'm not actually gonna open that up here, but it's fairly self-explanatory to do. All right. So now that you have your Zoom meeting set, next thing you want to do is market it, and the best thing you can do is do it through a landing page. Not just through a post, but an actual landing page, and this is a free landing page service that we have. So using our Mind Whitekurt, the KV Core, or there's other landing page services out there. But you come through this, and there's basic lead generation, there's Facebook chat, there's address, punch in your address, get a free estimate, there's text leads, content hijack, video view, and video plus lead generation, which is my favorite for this scenario. And it automatically will show a YouTube video that you decide to put in there, and it will say your message up here. So first thing you're going to do is we're going to say, you know what, I want to tag this as virtual open house 123 Main Street, and maybe put in the date. And so when someone fills out this form, it tags it to that hashtag, and our CRM will automatically be able to send them a text message, email, video, something along those lines to engage them further if you choose to, or can send them the link to register if that's what you choose to. Background, you've got this woman here, you have kitchens, you have generic stuff. You can do a custom background from the internet, or if it's listed, you will be able to just type in a code, and it should pull up automatically the front MLS photo. Let's see if that does. MLS. There we go. Perfect. And pulls in the front photo. We're happy with that. Great. So all this is customizable, and you're going to put what it is, right? Virtual open house this Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. at 123 Main Street. Down here, more information if you wanted to. Register for a private, a virtual tour is home. And one thing that you got to think about is what type of tour are you going to be doing? Are you going to be doing a group tour for everyone? Is it one tour for 3 hours that anyone just comes and goes? You say, hey, I'm in the middle of a tour, let's go. Or kind of like an open house, or do you want to do appointments within that spot, that time spot? So the appointments would be, let's say, sign up for the 1 to 1:30 slot, or the 1:30 to 2 slot, or the 2 to 2:30 slot, and that way there's some privacy for that guest on the other line. Because if it's a group function, which happens, and that's okay, but they might be hesitant to give information or ask questions because there's some stranger that they don't know in Kansas also tuning in at this exact same time, right? Where if it's a private chat, you and them and their family or whoever's on their end, then they're more open to have a dialogue and ask the right questions there. So you might offer private spots there. So decide if you're going to be doing private or group, and then you register that in there. You could add more information here, change all this. If you don't need that, you could take that out. You can require phone, which I always do after login. So here, see list now, so you can change that. Register for the house, and you see that changes right there. Here, URL after login. If you want to send them to your website, send them to another landing page, send them to the registration link, which is what I would normally do here for that registration link for that Zoom registration. So basically they would register to Zoom right there, and you would have them within your Zoom as well. Here's what I like about the YouTube or the video option. So you can put some information here or a little bit of information, or you can basically say, and here's what I think, agents that are working from home over the next few weeks, few months, more and more mastering the skills is going to be extremely important. Communication through video, and YouTube's one of those free tools out there. So let me show you how to do that real quick. Through your YouTube channel, you're going to come in here, upload video, or go live. So if you have a video already recorded, great, you're good to go. But let's go ahead and use YouTube to actually record this video. So I'm going to exit out of what I'm doing right now so that I can use my camera to switch over to YouTube here. So give me 1 second while I do that. All right, here we are on YouTube doing a live stream, which we're not actually going to stream live, but we're going to use this just to record it, just because it's simple. It's already in there, and we're going to put something like virtual house. This, you know what you said. All right, public, unlisted, or private. Public. If you have a following, definitely don't do public, because they are going to be confused about the video that you're streaming right now. Private means you can record it and no one will be able to see it, and you can choose to make it unlisted or public later. Unlisted is what we want to do. That means they can see it only if you send them the link. It's not searchable. No one will get a notification about it. So that's what we're going to do here. And no, not made for kids. No requirement that they ask you. No age restrictions. We're going to go to next here. All right, looking for a thumbnail. You can hold up a sign. For this, you just wave. I didn't get the wave in. Look at that. That's a terrible thumbnail. Anyways, you know what? Let's retake that thumbnail. So you can wave. All right, not bad. Then we're going to go live. Takes a minute or a couple seconds here. Hey guys, I'm Matt Casey with Weichert Realtors. I wanted to personally invite you to our virtual open house tour this Sunday, 1 to 4 at 123 Main Street. I'm excited about this. I love being able to take people through personally, but with the environment that we're in right now, and the social distancing practices that we are practicing for your safety, for our client safety. They have asked us to take people through virtually. Clearly, if you love this home, you want to make an offer on this home, you'll be able to get in at some point, but this allows them to keep their home safe that they're still living in and not worry about any potentially affected people coming in. So it's the best solution that we've been able to find. So I hope that you will join us. And it's this Sunday 1 through 4. We are doing private tours. So it's a video tour. You walk in with me, you say turn left, and I'm going to turn left, and you'll see left, turn right, and so it's going to be fairly interactive, and I think you're going to get a lot out of it. And it's going to be private, meaning only you at a very specific time. We're taking appointments between 1 and 4 p.m. in 15-minute increments, so 1:15, 1:30, and so on. So if you register below, you'll be able to actually pick a link and decide what time you want to sign up. So I look forward to connecting with you. We are still doing very limited private showings on a one-on-one basis. So if that's a better fit for you, my number 703-725-5279. But I look forward to seeing you at the virtual open house. And we ended our stream. Minute and 43 seconds. You can make it 30 seconds if you need to. But okay, so let's say we're happy with that, or we need to do a retake. Whatever we feel, we go from there. And we can at that point go find our video. Alright, so your video, that's our movie ad there. Go to your videos. Here we go. That one. Here we go. Alright, so here's the key. So you're going to have this up here. It's not searchable. And what you're going to copy is just this portion. So not the entire YouTube, but you are going to copy just that. And then the magic of KV Core and Maya Weichert, add that YouTube ID, and bam, look at that. All right, someone comes in, they get your great introduction at that point. Your introduction entices them to fill out their information. They register for that, and they are automatically a lead in your system. You can set up an auto text to them, an auto follow-up, a reminder. They become your client more than likely through this process. So great lead generating process here. And that's the landing page element. All right, we'll switch back over to my webcam and go from here. Okay, so now you have that awesome landing page tied to an awesome Zoom registration. What do you do with that? Clearly, you can do some ads, you can do some posts, you can create Facebook events, and I'm going to zoom through this because I have a separate class altogether on that. But you can go to your Facebook page and your business page or your private page. But I like your business page because through your business page, you can actually boost that event and make it a public event if you wanted to. Through your private page, it's only your private people event invite. So you come in here, click on event, and you are looking at, once again, virtual open house, all that information that we're putting in there, location. You're going to actually put, I'm going to ask you to put in a better title. This Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. at blah, blah, blah. All right, description, don't come to the property, open house or by appointment only, this window. You can put all that good stuff in there. You're going to say this is here 1 p.m. I've had people put 1 a.m. by accident. You want to absolutely make sure you're doing p.m. and you're going to go from there and you're going to hit publish, which I'm not going to publish. If you're doing this with another agent or someone else that's going to help you promote it, you can make them a co-host. They would have to approve being the co-host. You're going to hit publish. It's going to ask you, is it kid friendly or not? Don't worry about it. Just leave that as no. All right. I'm not going to publish it because this is clearly a fake event. But once you do that, you can boost that. You can turn that into an actual paid promotion if you wanted to. You can do some targeted ads with that. You can turn it into a separate post on your private page and share it on your private page. You can share it with the sellers. You can share it with whoever you think would help you promote it. And if they share it, it becomes a link that if someone clicks on it, they're going to be captured as a lead. Once again, it takes them back to that landing page. This landing page is what it does. So once again, you save this landing page, copy, they click on that link.
Hey guys, Mike Casey here, Whitegate Realtors. Real quick, just wanted to let you know.
Alright, that link there, and there's probably more information you'd want to put in here in the description to get them to watch the video. Just enough to get them to watch the video. And once they watch the video, just enough to get them to register. And once they register, they are in. They're already a lead for you, and they're probably going to register again for the open house time slot that you're going to get. Now, once they do this, there's a couple options. Take them right to the website, or you can automatically text them 5 links to here's the 1 o'clock slot, here's the 1:30 slot, here's the 2 o'clock slot, here's the 2:30 slot. Reserve your spot today, limited attendance or something along those lines, and now you make them feel like, oh my goodness, I need to register for this right now. So I think there's a lot of creative things that we can do with this in terms of start to finish. It'll take some time, some preparation, but preparing for a big event takes some time anyways. But I would guess anywhere between 15 and 30 minutes should be enough for you to understand how to do this. And once you do it a few times, it gets much quicker. And hopefully your sellers will appreciate you, your open house guests will appreciate you, and most importantly, your CRM, your database will appreciate you because you will be packing it with new leads. That's my minute for the day. Probably went over a minute, but I hope that you got something from it. Call me if you want to discuss this further, and I'd be happy to help you during this time of virtualness. Bye.